Well, thank you for joining us here today to get the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Let's get you caught up. Now, Americans can now officially apply for student loan forgiveness. All you have to do is go to studentaid.gov to apply. The president announced the program earlier this year, which allows Americans who make up to $125,000 a year to apply for up to $20,000 in forgiveness. For households, the annual income threshold that increases to $250,000. Melissa Brine with We the 45 Million says this will impact a lot of people in Arkansas.
In Arkansas, there's about 365,000 residents who will get their loans canceled because of the action that President Biden took on behalf of borrowers around the country.
Now, the announcement that the application website was open came after weeks of a beta version that allowed many to apply early for loan forgiveness. And fall season is in a full swing. You probably noticed it's a bit cooler out there, right? Well, it's going to get even colder. 5 News meteorologist Zach Scott gives us the latest on the forecast. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, we're seeing that cooler air mass continue to work in. It dropped temperatures into the 50s and 60s on Monday. That colder pocket of air continues to work in, so highs today will be about 10 degrees colder than where we were Monday. And Monday was chilly with that chilly north wind. A lot of sunshine again out there. Instead of the mid to upper 50s, we're looking at mid to upper 40s for northwest Arkansas. Instead of low to mid 60s, we've got low to mid 50s. The seasonal average for this time of year is 75 degrees for the River Valley. It's 70 for northwest Arkansas, so it's safe to say we are seeing some below average temperatures with this pocket of cold air that got dislodged from Canada, worked its way down here into the central U.S. and into northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Hey, we have freeze warnings for everyone across 5 country going into Wednesday morning. We saw some 20s and 30s mixed together this morning. We're looking for widespread 20s going into Wednesday morning, and that'll be the coldest morning. We will start to warm up. Here's a look at morning's temperatures for northwest Arkansas. Still a little chilly to wrap up the work week. If you got to get out early Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at 50s and 60s for northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. So overall, not too chilly. Joe, outside of that, we're tracking quiet conditions, a lot of sunshine. We get our next rain chances coming in sometime late next Monday into Tuesday. Could have a few rumbles of thunder. We'll have more on that coming up.
All right. Thanks so much, Zach. And a Benton County Sheriff's Office deputy is on administrative leave after a deadly shooting over the weekend. The Sheriff's Office identified him as Detective Vector Shong. He was involved in the deadly force shooting of Nelson Amos on Saturday in Decatur. Arkansas State Police are now handling the investigation. They tell us the shooting happened after Shong found Amos driving a tractor down the road and holding a gun. Of course, we'll have any updates on the investigation from state police when they are available. And we're following the latest on the investigation into the death of an inmate at the Crawford County Jail. Jacob Allen Jones died Saturday. Now, he's 26 years old from Van Buren. They say he was arrested Friday afternoon and brought to the Crawford County Jail. Less than 24 hours later, he died. Now, his family and their attorney are asking what happened and why he didn't receive any medical care for hours before his death. Sheriff DeMonte confirmed no employees have been placed on leave following the death of Jones, and an investigation is underway to determine exactly what happened. Sheriff DeMonte also told 5 News that Arkansas State Police have been asked to assist in the investigation, but Bill Sadler with the Arkansas State Police tells 5 News they will not investigate because the inmate died in the care of a doctor. Well, Arkansas is 1 week away from the start of early voting for the 2022 midterm election. The early voting period runs from Monday, October 24th to Monday, November 7th. Now, you can find links with details, early voting sites, and when they're open on our website. There's also still time to get an absentee ballot with a November 1st deadline to request yours. And if you missed yesterday's debate from Arkansas's congressional candidates, sponsored by Arkansas PBS, don't worry. You can view more about the debate on our website. Again, that's 5newsonline.com. Of course, for information on what you need to know before you actually head to the ballot box, just text the word VOTE, V-O-T-E, to the number on your screen, 479. There it is, 785-5000. We'll send you a link right to your phone with voting guides for Arkansas and Oklahoma and how to find your polling locations. And some water customers in Sebastian County under a boil water order. James Fork Regional Water District announced customers north of Sturgeon Road and Cedar Valley Road are under a boil order after a water break there. Now, the boil order is in place until further notice. And those dry conditions continue across the area, with most of Arkansas still under a burn ban. But this weekend's rain did help a few local counties. The county judge has lifted that burn ban for all of Franklin County, and the county judge has also lifted the burn ban in Sebastian and Johnson counties. Now, at this time, the Arkansas Forestry Division says all other counties in our area are still under those burn bans. Well, despite seeing much needed rain in parts of the state, thousands of acres have been burned by careless fires. Ian Russell found out even with rain over the weekend and some colder temperatures coming in, some spots are still in danger.
If you like the rain that we got this weekend, I've got some good and bad news for you. The good news is it helped with the drought that we're in. The bad news, it didn't do near enough to get us out of it.
So now we have the most acres burned in the state since 2012.
Robert Murphy wears a lot of hats at the Arkansas Department of Agriculture.
Where I manage all the fire programs for the state.
Most important of all right now is his work with wildfires.
Top of the priority list for us right now.
Especially with the weather we've had recently. It's been dry, but some of us saw some rain Saturday night. It's a start, but don't count on it changing anything soon.
I mean, it helped, but it didn't alleviate the problems.
It's tough to see, especially with how dangerous a fire can be. Murphy says just over 27,000 acres have been burned so far this year, and if you were hoping this week's colder weather would help,
if it gets cold enough to kill the grass, then that grass just dries out and it's dead and dormant then for the rest of the season.
Think again. Murphy isn't the only one, though, who's been looking for relief recently.
I don't recall in the last 8 years us having this severe of a dry spell.
Pulaski County Judge Barry Hyde is the one responsible for issuing those bans. He says we're still in a ban and will most likely be in one for a while, but you can help the risk go down.
And the classic question is, as we were joking earlier, is always, can I still grill? And I usually answer him, well, if you're any good at it, it's okay, keep going. If you're not, then stop.
While there may be steps you can take to prevent fires, there's not much officials can do to help. At this point, it's a waiting game for more rain.
There's nothing we can do. I wish we could make it rain, but we haven't figured that one out yet.
Yep, that's a tough one. All right, well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. Make sure to join us again tomorrow right here for more. For 5 News, I'm Joe Ellison.